How about some baby back ribs today? I want my baby back, baby back, baby back. Yes, stay tuned. Coming right up, we're going to show you how to cook some baby back ribs that are super easy, and oh, they're going to be so good. Be right back. Hey everybody, it's Arthur the Barefoot Chef, and today we're going to cook some baby back ribs. I want my baby back, baby back, baby back. Are you ready to enjoy some good country cooking on the pit? Just stay tuned, we'll be right back. Okay, what we're looking at here is a traditional cut of ribs where the excess has been trimmed off. However, the silk on the back has not been removed, and I'm not going to remove it. I'll tell you why I'm not going to remove it. This is not a competition barbecue. There's not a lot of meat back here, so removing that membrane really doesn't serve any purpose other than to please the judge, and the judge today is me. So I'll be judging these ribs, and I'll be judging them with my mouth, not with my eyes. It's just it takes a couple of minutes to take it off of there, and personally, some of my friends say that some of the moisture of the ribs go away when you take that off the back and you're leaving on the pit for 3 hours. So I'm going to leave it on there. Pretty good looking slab of ribs. I'm going to use this rib seasoning that we make here, and I've used from time to time. It's paprika, chili powder, garlic, some red pepper flakes, and some kosher salt. I put it on there pretty good. All right, we're gonna let them sit for probably about 10 minutes. I don't recommend letting your ribs sit for a long period of time. If I put this in a pan and let it sit here for an hour, there would be a lot of moisture in the bottom of that pan in an hour. And these ribs do not have any moisture to spare. So season your ribs up just a little before you get ready to put them on the pit. And we'll be back in just a few minutes when the pit gets hot, and we'll put these puppies on there. Okay folks, we got some Royal Oak hardwood lump that's getting ready. I've added some hickory chips. I always like to add hickory if I'm not cooking with hickory. If we're cooking on our big smoker, we absolutely make sure that there's some hickory in it. We live in Georgia, and pecan and oak they're plentiful here. So a lot of pecan wood is used, and it's a good flavor. But I always add a little oak to it. It just absolutely is to die for, the smoke flavor. Today we're cooking on a traditional grill. One side is gas, the other side is not. And I'm cooking indirect, as I always do with this. This is great for small cooks. I've cooked a turkey on this, Boston butt, ribs. We've even cooked a brisket. You can get a brisket in this area over here. Just make sure you get your fire right here. If this fire ain't right here, you're not going to have the heat that you need here. And as a result, you'll take longer to cook. All right, so we're going to give this just a few more minutes before we put our meat on. We'll be right back. Okay, ribs are on the pit. We're going to close this thing up, get our temperature up to about 250 to 300 degrees, and we'll check on them in about an hour. Our ribs are about 180 degrees. I'm going to put them in some aluminum foil, put some barbecue sauce on, wrap them up for about another 30 to 40 minutes, and then we'll be ready to rock and roll. Man, you can smell that sauce everywhere. Whoo, dang, it smells good. It's hot too. All right, we're gonna put one more piece over the top. All right, they're all wrapped up. Like I said, we're gonna give it about another hour. We call this the Texas cheat. I don't know who named it that, but it sure does make those things tender the last part of this cook. We'll be back to take these things up in just a little bit. Hey everybody, we're back. We're in the kitchen. I cut some steps out, save time. I've had some people say, we love your videos, but they're too long. Well, I need to learn to be more entertaining. But the ribs are up. They've been resting for about an hour. We're gonna make some potato salad before I get started with uncovering the ribs. So we just boiled some rustic potatoes and a couple of eggs. And I'm gonna show you how we do it. I'm gonna get in here and cut these eggs up. Hope everybody's doing good today. We've had a great day. Hear that our governor is about to lift the prison doors and let us out. I think it's time. Use precaution if you feel unsafe, but hey, let me go back to doing what I do. That's what I just said about that. All right, so we're gonna add a little kosher salt, a little black pepper, a lot of black pepper. We're gonna get right here. Savannah, if you'll back up. And this is gonna be dill pickle jalapeno potato salad. Man, it's gonna be good. The cat can eat that piece, Savannah. I know that you might not want to see this, but I kind of like doing it. That's what she said. You want that piece of aluminum foil so to get its butt in trouble. These are pickled jalapenos. And they are wonderful. But they're not as hot as the real thing, so we're not worried about cutting them open and taking these seeds out.
Is it because they're pickled?
Pickle takes away some of the heat, but adds a layer of flavor. All right, now let me find a spoon. Let's add some mayonnaise. You kind of do this to sight or feel, you know. But when I do it, I don't stir it all around. I don't want mashed potatoes. I mix it in, okay? You notice I'm still keeping it whole, Savannah. I'm not tearing it up and making it potato.
I feel like I made this before and it was like mashed potatoes.
Well, yeah, because you went stir, stir, stir.
Is that why you're telling me this?
I'm telling you this because people need to know that pull it to the middle and turn it over. It ain't potato salad if you cream it. All right. Now, let's add some parsley. How you doing? Get over the top of this and let me show you what Christmas in April is like. Gonna put a little ground paprika. If you don't want none of that potato salad, you don't like potato salad. All right, let's step over here for just a second. I've got mustard greens that I cleaned them, I cut them up, I cooked them, I boiled them in butter and some bacon. I just chopped up 3 or 4 pieces of bacon. The broth and the butter is what created the broth that's in here. Added a little kosher salt, and these are mustard greens. And Savannah's already tasted them, and she looked at me like, wow, man, these might be better than collards. Say it ain't so, say it ain't so. All right, well, here they are, and they're ready to eat. And so now, next thing up is, let's take a look at our ribs. Now let me give you a review about these ribs. I cooked them for about 3.5 hours, indirect on the smoker at about 250 to 300 degrees. After I got done with that, I wrapped them in aluminum foil and put houdang sauce on them. Look at that. So now you see that? I ain't gonna have to cut them. They gonna fall apart. For about an hour, we did the Texas cheat. If you'll look over here at me, I'll tell people the Texas cheat is when you put anything in aluminum foil after you get that smoky flavor in it. If you want it to be juicy and amazing, it may be called cheating, but even the great Myron Mixon has done this from time to time. What? He would, if he were here right now, he'd be like, you full of, and something else, you know, he'd cuss. And I'd just laugh and go, I've seen you do it when I was a kid. Anyway, oh damn Myron. All right, are you ready? I think a good place to start with these ribs is right where they fell apart. Lord have mercy. Savannah. Now, I like to turn them over so I can see where my bones are at. Some may say I cook these ribs too long. And I say, come on over here and let me slap you in the face. Well, thing good. Grits ain't groceries. See the smoke ring, Savannah? They're so tender. I'm telling you, just that crust from that seasoning this morning. It's kind of like, I don't know what to call it except it's badass. And I think with that being said, it's time to have a swig of this White Russian. And then we're gonna plate this stuff up. We'll be right back. It's time to make a plate. When's the last time you had mustard greens? Or have you ever had any mustard greens? Savannah, you've tasted them. What do you think?
They're good.
Got a little bacon, the bacon grease, the butter. Let's come over here and get some of this jalapeno dill pickle potato salad. Lord have mercy. Look what we did. We cooked ribs indirect on the grill. Y'all, all I did was keep the heat out from under them and let them cook at about 250 to 300 degrees for 3 hours. Put your kind of rub, whatever kind of rub turns you on the top of them. When you get after 3 hours, put you some sauce on top and wrap them in aluminum foil for another hour. Make you some good sides like this to go with it. And subscribe to the Barefoot Chef. We'd love to have you as a member of our subscription family. And we do this because we love showing people how to cook. It's one of my passions. Hope you'll have some ribs real soon. I want to thank you for watching tonight. And guess what? We'll see you right here next time on the Barefoot Chef.